Welcome back to another episode of Melanie On Demand. In today's video, I am very excited to share with you how we got my husband's Dubai Police Clearance Certificate in just one day. Do you need proof? Here you can see the service notification date, and here you can see the Dubai Police Clearance Certificate issuance date. Do you want to know how it's done? Then keep on watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you for stopping by. I am Melanie, originally from the Philippines, and I was an international student way back in 2017 and now a Canadian PR. I did all my applications by myself, DIY style, and I am here to share with you my knowledge and experiences in my journey to PR. If you're in the same pathway as I am, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for useful tips for your DIY application. Most probably you clicked this video because you want to know how to apply for Dubai Police Clearance Certificate or PCC. In this video, I will show you a step-by-step application process. I will briefly go over the requirement of CIC for Police Clearance Certificate. And make sure you stay with me until the end because I will show you a sample of Dubai PCC. Let's begin. Let's refer to CIC website for police certificate requirements. Basically, police certificates are being used to find out if applicants have criminal record causing inadmissibility to Canada. Depending on the program you're applying to, police certificate may be required. If you're applying for PR, it is definitely required. It's mandatory. Police certificates are named differently depending on the countries or territories. Whatever it is called, one thing you have to be sure of is that the document has to be either in English or French. If not, it should be translated by a certified translator. You can find the link of certified translators here in Canada in the description box below. If you're not applying for express entry, you can skip this part and go straight to the step-by-step application process. You can find the timestamps below in the description. But if you're applying for express entry and you need this Dubai Police Clearance Certificate for that, stay with me because CIC have very specific instructions about police certificates. Let's check the CIC website. First, EE applicants who are 18 years or older are required to provide police certificates. That's for every country you stayed in for the past 10 years, for 6 months or more in a row. Next, since EE application is online, you need to submit scanned copies of the original certificates. It should be in color, otherwise, they will reject your application. Later in this video, I will show you a sample of Dubai Police Clearance Certificate that came straight from Dubai Police. I didn't get the hard copy of the original, but it's already scanned in color by Dubai Police, so I just uploaded it straight to CIC website for my EE application. For some countries, they need a request letter in order to process your police certificate. Just follow this instruction from CIC. Dubai Police didn't ask for this, so I never had to request. For Singapore though, in order to apply for Certificate of Clearance or COC, you have to provide a scanned documentary proof that a COC is required for the specific purpose. So, I attached my invitation to apply and printed this exact page from CIC website to prove that I need COC for my EE application. How to get a police clearance in Singapore will be a topic for my future videos, so please subscribe to my channel if you want to know the step-by-step process. The date of issue of police certificate also matters. If you currently live in that country, the document should be issued 6 months or less before the date you submit your application. and it must not be expired. For Dubai PCC, it is valid only for 3 months from the date of issue, so please take note of that. For any other country where you lived in for 6 months in a row, the police certificate must be issued after your last day in that country. Take note of this. If your police certificate is expired, just include it. CIC will consider it if you meet these criteria. Now, this part is a bit tricky. If your police certificate is expired, an officer may ask for a new one later on. Know that if you get a document request from the visa officer, this might delay your application. Simply because CIC have to wait for you to submit it, then you have to wait for them again to assess it. So, in my opinion, if getting an updated police certificate will not cost you so much trouble, just get a new one. If you cannot get your police certificate in time for your 60-day deadline, don't lose hope. You can submit letter of explanation stating your best efforts. Don't forget to include payment receipts, confirmation receipts, transaction history, or any tracking number if you sent biometrics to them, or probably email conversation with police station. So it will prove that you have done something, but you just need more time. And eventually, when you get the document, you can use IRCC web form to submit it to them. Going back to the CIC website, click Where to get a police certificate, then How to get a police certificate button. It will direct you to a page where you can select a country or territory. In this case, let's choose United Arab Emirates. Then click Find out how to apply. In this video, we will only talk about Dubai Police Clearance Certificate for non-citizen living outside UAE. There are specific instructions here about applying in person or asking a representative to apply for you. There's one saying apply at the nearest UAE embassy, and then another one by express mail. I was wondering why applying online was not included here. But if you scroll down at the very bottom part of this page, you will see that it has been modified way back in January 2015. So it looks like this page has not been updated for a while. For this video, I will walk you through the online application of Dubai PCC using the Dubai Police website. Click it right here. Let's dive into it. First, get your personal information ready. This video is specifically made for applicants with Emirates ID. You do not need to have physical Emirates ID with you, but you'll need the identification number. Having an Emirates ID will greatly affect the turnaround time for your Dubai Police certificate. It's a totally different ballgame if you don't have an Emirates ID. I know because that's what happened to us. My husband had an Emirates ID and he got his Dubai Police Clearance Certificate in one day. And for me, I left Dubai in 2010 without an Emirates ID. So guess what? It took me months before I can finally get it. I'm not very familiar with the process, so I made a lot of mistakes along the way. But lucky you, in my next video, I will share with you the step-by-step application process if you don't have an Emirates ID. Then you'll need a phone number, postal address, and a valid email address. Make sure that you can access the email address that you'll use because the scanned copy of the police clearance certificate will be sent there. Try it first before you start the police clearance application. And finally, you'll need a credit card for payment. Dubai Police requirements are very simple. Just prepare these 3 documents and you're good to go. Just a reminder, according to their website, file size should not exceed 5 MB and file type should either be in these formats. First, you'll need a recent photograph with white background. Then, the information page of your passports, your current passport and your old passport or passports while you're in Dubai. These have to be merged in one single document file because there's only one spot for you to upload your passports. I suggest using a PDF file. Finally, a scanned copy of your previous residency. This is a page in your passport that looks like this. A faster way to get to the Dubai PCC application page is by doing a browser search. Do a quick search to lead you to the Dubai Police Clearance website. Now, before you get started, make sure you have your personal info handy and the document saved in your computer. Click on Access Service to start the application process. This is the first page of the application form. Fill it up accordingly based on your particulars. So in this case, we are applying from outside UAE, so choose that. Then, type in your full name as it appears in your Emirates ID. Choose your nationality. Do you have Emirates ID? Choose yes, and the Emirates ID field will show up. Here it is saying, provide valid Emirates ID. For my husband's case, his Emirates ID was expired long time ago, but we still use it for his application. And it worked. Just type in your Emirates ID, and once you click outside that box, it will quickly do a verification. A check mark will be displayed if the number is accepted. If not, you will get an X with this remark. For mobile number, we used his Canada mobile number. We didn't really get any text or call from this application, so I guess this is just for reference. For the certificate purpose, choose Immigration. For certificate language, choose English. Remember, CIC only accepts English or French for police certificates. Other than that, you'll need a certified translator to translate it for you. For certificate required by, you need to type in who's asking for this certificate. So in this case, we just type in Canada Immigration. I would say you can type in other version of that name, but just be specific. Avoid typing acronyms such as IRCC, CIC, etc. So it's clear to Dubai Police who's asking for this certificate. Based on our experience, we typed in Canada Immigration, and that's what exactly appeared in the certificate. Then, type in your email address. This is very important. As you can see, it asks you to confirm your email address because Dubai Police will be sending the electronic copy of the certificate to your email. If you get this wrong, Dubai Police have no responsibility to send it to you again in a different email address. You will see that later on in the application process steps. Biometric card photocopy. So initially, we thought we have to submit his fingerprints, but we've seen forums online that some people with Emirates ID were able to get their certificates without submitting biometric. So we tried and it worked for him. Meanwhile, for my case, I have no Emirates ID and I tried the same process, but I didn't get my certificate. I had to undergo the long process as listed here to get my police certificate. Now we move to attachments. Just attach your photo, passport copies, and residency copy here. Take note of the allowable file type and file size. Then, check this box, select the right image, and click Next. The next page summarizes the information you just provided. You have the option to click edit if you want to change any information here, and then it will take you back to the previous page, or submit to continue. Then it will take you to the next page of the application form. It's actually saying page 2 here, but it's page 3. Here, we just typed in our current address in Canada. For city, we wrote the city and the province, then the specific address in this part. It says here PO Box, but we typed in our postal code here. Next, it will take you to page 4, where it has the summary of the payment details. The total amount due is 320 AED, and down here, you have to check these boxes to agree. The first item here is what I was talking about regarding the wrong email address. Take note, this application is not refundable. Last year when we applied, there's a third box here saying only GCC issued cards are accepted for payments. But I guess now Dubai Police have sorted it out. Click on Pay Now to proceed with the payment process. Then it will take you to Dubai Pay Middle East Leading Gateway. In this page, you can choose the payment method. Basically, if you have Visa or MasterCard, just choose the credit card. For the contact information, it should show your email address here, but it will not show your mobile number. I guess if it's outside UAE, it will just show like this. Then check this box and click on Pay, and it will direct you to another website where you can key in your credit card information. After paying for your application, you will get a service notification email that looks like this. It could take a few minutes or a few hours. For my husband's application, it came fast, I think within 10 minutes. What you want from this email is the reference number. You need this number to follow up the status of your application. I tried searching for an official turnaround time for Dubai PCC processing, but I can't find any. Typically, based on the forums that I read, most applicants get their Dubai PCC ready within 1 week time period, provided they have a clear record and they don't have pending cases with Dubai Police. To find out the status of your application, just go to the Dubai Police Clearance website again, click on Follow Up, type your reference number, select the correct image, and then submit. Since his application had already been issued, the status is Approved and Sent. If you just applied, the status might say something like this, or any other status applicable to your situation. Another way is to go to the Dubai Police homepage. There's a section for application status. Type your reference number in the text box, choose the correct image, and it will show you the status of your application. You can also do this using your mobile phone by going to your phone's browser or downloading the Dubai Police app. Go through the same steps and you'll see your real-time application status. This app is so cool. Looks like you can even apply for police clearance here. When your document is ready, you will receive an email like this, with your Dubai Police Clearance Certificate as a PDF file attachment. As promised, here is a sample of a Dubai Police Clearance Certificate. This is a colored scan copy directly sent by Dubai Police. It will show your name, nationality, national ID, which is your Emirates ID number, and your current passport number. Pay attention to this part. Issued to. We wrote Canada Immigration during the application, so that is what's written here. The photo you submitted during the application part will be shown here. They have a note here at the bottom saying that this document is electronically issued and does not require a stamp. CIC can easily check the authenticity of this document because they can quickly verify using the Dubai Police e-document inquiry service. And take note, this certificate is valid only for 3 months. If you learned from this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tips about your DIY application. This is Melanie On Demand. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye!